Welcome to Peacevision. We are a portal for positive change. Really happy to have an author with us who's been making positive change not only in her own life, but in those all around the world with her books and her coaching and her inspiration. I want to welcome Alder Allensworth. Welcome to Peacevision.
Thank you, John. Love to be here.
You're out there really giving great advice for people that, and we all need it, right? So,
Uh-huh.
but you have some pretty revolutionary ideas about we can only change one or two things at a time and make massive changes. Tell me about that.
I had a friend, he was in his 90s, biking like 12 miles a day and just full of life. And I asked him, what's the secret? And he says, it's our habits. And it really is what we do every day. Our little habits make such a difference.
And what are some of the ways that we can break maybe negative habits?
Well, first,
Any
it's
advice?
important to give voice to them, because the more we try and push something down, of course, the more it's going to want to come. It's like, no, I'm not going to have that piece of candy. That piece of candy is bad for me. No, I'm not going to eat that candy. And all of a sudden, you're become obsessed on that candy. And it's just like, okay, there's candy out there, but I haven't gotten my walk in today. I think I'll go take my walk.
So you
So,
suggest that people pick one or two areas of their life. How do they, first of all, how do I identify what those areas should be? How do we know what the number one thing is to change in our lives?
well, I believe the ancient Greeks had it right. When someone would get ill, they would suggest three foundational things. The first thing is good rest. And our society's terrible. We don't get near the rest that we need. So, first is good rest. The second is exercise. And I can even say that's movement, because it's on whatever level you can move your body. You don't have to be a marathoner or anything like that, but just to walk, or like my husband's a wheelchair user and he has this little moto med that he can just work his arms. So whatever you can move your body. And the third thing is eating right, putting the right fuel into your body. And that just can make all the difference.
That can be a very big one and a deep discussion because we know now that even if you go to the store and it says organic, it doesn't necessarily mean it's great for you because it could be grown in soil that has no nutrients and doesn't really, offer much in terms of the microbiome, et cetera, right?
Correct. We just have to do the best we can.
Well put, well put. And what kind of changes have you seen in people's lives after giving them that kind of advice? And can you give me some examples of some people that are success cases that you've helped treat?
Well, I just had a 10 o'clock session this morning with a woman who is coping with bladder cancer. And as we were talking, she said to me, I love to travel, you know that. And I said, yeah. And she said, this cancer is not going to get in the way of my travel. That she said, this has really made me prioritize what's so important in my life. I'll do what I need to do to treat it, but what's most important is doing the things I love to do. And what a great realization.
And too bad it sometimes takes something as tragic as cancer to remind us to get on our path, following our bliss, as Joseph Campbell would say,
Yeah,
and doing what really matters to us, right?
absolutely. Absolutely.
You also, I understand, are involved in energy work. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. I have studied energy medicine through Donna Eden's work, and also energy psychology, David Feinstein. Oh gosh, there's a whole bunch of people who are out there studying and teaching energy psychology.
For
And
somebody,
pardon?
sorry to interrupt, but for somebody that doesn't know anything about that field, what is that? And what is it?
It is taking actually the physiological energies of the body and getting them organized in a way in which to promote health. So we all are energetic beings. If you think about it, you have an EKG, they're measuring that electrical energy of the heart. Or an EEG, they're measuring the electrical energy of the brain. And it's really important that we know that that energy is all around us, within us. And that is the basic of acupuncture, which goes back thousands of years to make sure that energy is traveling freely through the body, that it's not stuck, it's not congestive. So the study and the science, it's not just physiologically, we can get stuck emotionally also. We are a little too dependent on the quick fix. And I wouldn't totally blame it on the doctors either. When we found out that penicillin would cure this infection like really quick and people weren't dying, I think that almost set the tone of just give me a pill and make me better. And the doctors kind of went, yeah, we'll give them a pill and make them better. And people are like, give me a pill and make me better. But pills can only go so far. We've got to stack the deck in our favor. We've got to get into those lifelong habits that keep us healthy and vibrant.
And allow our bodies to do what it wants to do, which is to heal itself, and if given the proper food, as you mentioned earlier, correct?
Absolutely. Food, rest, and movement.
Okay, those are the three things we're going to take away for us today. We're going to have you back, and we're going to talk about some fascinating things that you've done in your own life in terms of overcoming big obstacles. Adler, thank you so much. Where can people find your work? Where can they go to find some of your content?
Okay, I have a YouTube channel on self-care tips.
Alder, thank you so much for your words of wisdom. We'll see you real soon, and have an amazing day.
Thank you so much, John.